everyone in year two, and welcome to our science lesson today. Now, this is just going to be a one-off topic lesson all about keeping safe in the sun. And the reason for this is we're going to be coming into a period where we're going to have a lot of hot weather coming up. If you've looked at the weather for the next couple of days, it's going to be lots of sun. It's going to be really hot. So it might be a good idea that we learn a little bit about how to stay safe in the sun. Okay, so the sun gives off different types of energy. It gives off invisible infrared radiation, which makes us feel warm. So that's the heat that we feel. It gives us visible light, which we can see. Okay, so the infrared radiation gives us heat, it makes us feel warm. And then the visible light is the light we see outside. Um, but then they've also got ultraviolet radiation, and this one you cannot see or feel, but this is what damages our skin. Okay, so whereas we can see the infrared, whereas we can feel the infrared and we can see the visible light, we cannot see or feel the ultraviolet radiation. Okay, and this is what can really damage our skin. Okay, so spending too much time in the sun can be very harmful. We should all follow a special code which reminds us how to enjoy the sun while staying safe. So we have to be smart about it. Okay, so the hottest parts of the day are between 11 and 3 p.m. So we have to try and spend some time in the shade between 11 and 3. Make sure that you never burn, and there'll be ideas for this later on. Aim to cover up with a hat, a t-shirt, and sunglasses. Now you might think, oh, it's really hot. Why do I have to wear a t-shirt? Why do I have to wear a hat? Well, that is because it protects you from the ultraviolet radiation, okay? The UV rays. It could be very damaging to your face. It could be damaging to your body. It could also be damaging to your eyes, okay? Which is why they say never look directly at the sun. Okay, remember that you are children, you need to take extra care because your skin is extra sensitive. And then use sunscreen with SPF 30. So all of those together spell SMART. Spend time in the shade, make sure you never burn, aim to cover up, remember, and then use sunscreen. Okay, so you can help to look after your skin by spending time in the shade when the sun is at its strongest, between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. You can find shade under trees, canopies, umbrellas, or even indoors. And I know at school, there's quite a few trees which we can sit underneath, and there's quite a few canopies that we can sit underneath if it gets too hot during our lunchtime. Okay? Then you need to make sure you never burn. So, very important to avoid burning your skin. You can get sunburn even when you're not expecting it. So, even on a cloudy day, when you think the sun is not there, it is still shining, it's just covered up, okay? And the UV rays are so strong that it can get through those clouds, all right? You can still burn on a cloudy day, all right? You can still do damage to your skin. You might think, oh, it's not there, but it does come through the clouds sometimes, okay? Then cover up with a t-shirt, hat, and sunglasses, all right? A hat with a wide brim will shade your face and your neck. Sunglasses will protect your eyes from the UV rays, and covering up with a t-shirt is a good way to protect your shoulders and upper arms. Now, you might think, oh, but what if I want to go play in the water and I want to wear my swimsuit? Well, that's fine for a short amount of time, but we should try and cover up when we're not in the water, and we should try and cover up um, during those times of 11 and 3, because that is when the sun is hottest and the sun is strongest. Okay, we're not saying don't wear your swimsuits, but we're just saying try and cover up as much as possible, because you can still wear a hat, you can still wear your sunglasses. Okay, now remember that children need to take extra care. Young skin is very delicate. Okay, that means it can burn easily in the sun. So make sure you take extra care to protect yourself. And if you have any young brothers or sisters, make sure they are protected from the sun too. All right. And then finally, use a sunscreen of SPF 30. All right. So this is when we were talking about how you might be outside. You won't have the shade, you won't have the clothing because you might be playing in the water, you might be playing in the beach. You might be playing out in the garden or the park where you might not have shade to protect you, or you might not have the proper clothing to protect you, or you might have forgotten your proper clothing. So make sure then you use sun lotion or sunscreen of an SPF 30, okay? If it's factor 30, it should protect your skin. It describes the amount of sun protection factor that it provides. The SPF factor describes the strength of the sunscreen's ability to prevent those ultraviolet rays from damaging your skin. Okay, it provides 30 times more protection from the sun than your natural skin. Okay, so please make sure that you remember all these rules when you're out in the sun. One thing that they forgot to mention is you definitely need to drink lots and lots and lots of water. So make sure you always have your water bottles with you. Water is the best thing. It will prevent you from having your headaches. It will prevent you from feeling dizzy. Water is really good on a hot day. Okay, so true or false? Okay, so you can't get sunburned on a cloudy day. Is that true or false? It's false, because remember, some UV rays still travel through the thin cloud. So you need to make sure you're protecting your skin, even when it doesn't seem sunny. Okay, next statement, true or false? Even if the sun doesn't feel so hot, you can still get sunburn. Well, that's true. You can still burn on a cool day in summer because that sun is still really, really, really strong. Okay. You might not feel it, but it's there. And I have seen some people, they don't wear sunscreen, and the next day their face is all red, their skin is all burnt because they did not put their sunscreen on. Okay. So, your activity for today on Teams, there is a document, and you have got to say, are these children being safe in the sun? Okay, so it's picture 1, picture 2, picture 3, picture 4. So that's again 1, 2, 3, and 4. Are they being safe in the sun? Okay, share your ideas. And as a challenge, can you create a poster to stay safe in the sun? So this is a scholastic poster. It's got a nice title. It's got a picture of someone that has followed all the rules. He's wearing his sunglasses, wearing a sun hat, wearing his sun cream, drinking lots of water, playing in the shade where he can. All right. I know all of these things are not always possible, but as long as we try and keep and stick to most of these ideas, then our skin will be safe, our bodies will be safe. All right. So on Teams, you've got 2 very short activities to do, and I look forward to seeing your posters. All right. Thank you for joining our sun safety lesson, and make sure that in the next few days, you do try and follow as many of these tips as you can to stay safe in the sun.